an elf, which was WoW, and I managed to get through it like super fast. It's like, I'm staying on elf.
It was a sign.
Another one that I really want to see is a proper Battle of Belfast when Admiral Owen basically took Belfast from the pirates. It is, and I think I might have started that because I put together this huge Google Doc talking about possible future
Oh,
arcanas and the
oh, did you
probabilities of
really?
them.
I am actually going to go straight into the question that I want to ask you because we were talking before this interview started. Instead of the usual first question, I want to go into how do you pronounce your character's name?
My character's name is pronounced WoW with like a W and like an owl sound at the base. It is Gaelic, and that's why it's kind of tricky. And it is actually, I pulled that name from Granuaile, which is a famous Irish pirate
Oh,
in
okay.
actual history.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. And it really fits, the theme of the game. So
Yeah,
I'm glad that you
a
chose
lot of
that.
the names I use, a lot of the names that I use for characters are um, Irish, Gaelic, Celtic, Welsh, just names from there.
Right, right. So how long have you been playing for?
Um, I started playing like November or December of 2010. It was right before the delegation event that was like in
Ooh,
January
oh my
of
gosh.
right before uh G13. So right
I'm
before Shakespeare came out.
I'm
And I
so
remember when I
happy.
joined, somebody told me, "Hey, are you doing the event?" And it's like I've been playing for like at least a month. But then I go, "What event?" Because I didn't really know that stuff. I
Right.
was so brand new, and they're like, "Go talk to all the NPCs. You have a chance of getting good items." It's like, oh, so I think I missed like a week of that,
Oh no, and
and
then
people
they
were like,
I don't
"No,
know if you
I did
remember.
get stuff. I did get stuff. I just know I missed a day, a couple days."
I don't know if you remember, but that event actually was, I think, the first event that Nexon actually pulled the plug on it because people were taking advantage of it.
Oh, well, I did manage to get
Yeah,
advantage of it,
yeah. That's why when you said like you missed a couple, I was like, oh no.
but yeah, I did miss a couple days, but I did get like a Hibana rope from it, so that was
Oh
cool.
yes, okay, that was the big
So I
thing. That
got
was the big
lucky.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. I'm so
but
happy that that's like your first little memory for that moment in
yeah, it was
time.
kind of interesting because I didn't really know, like I was so brand new to doing like MMOs at that time. I
Right.
didn't know about, hey, maybe I should actually look at what's going on in this game. I just started playing the game like I would play like a single player game.
Right. Right.
So that's when I started, but I know this current character was at least made like in 2011. She's a bit younger than my original because I started off on a human, but I switched to an elf.
Yeah, see, that's fair. I think a lot of people did that because humans were given the chance to have like the giant cards and the elf cards, and
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
like, should I use them? Yeah, maybe. And then they
I
just
like
end
the
up
elf
kind of being in
speed.
it. You like the elf speed?
Yes, because back in the day, trying to get through like chapter 3, and that was the reason why I absolutely started hating humans. Having to do the escort mission with the two alchemists, you weren't
Ooh,
fast enough as a human, and they were so slow as well. You couldn't move fast enough, and they couldn't follow you fast enough, and they had died. It's like, okay, I'm tired of this. So I tried it on the an elf, which was WoW, and I managed to get through it like super fast. It's like, I'm staying on elf.
it was a sign. It was a sign you should stay. Aw, that's a cute little memory. I like that. Do you actually have a favorite generation?
My oh gosh,
I know that's a kind of a loaded question. I know you like your
especially
generations
for
a lot.
me.
Yeah.
I will say G25 was definitely my favorite generation. The
Ooh, that's yeah, but the one before the one that just
It
came
was
out.
kind of it was a
Spoiler
great
alert.
culmination of yeah, it was a big culmination of mini plot threads and mini plot threads that were believed to have been forgotten,
Mhm.
and it was a very fulfilling, bittersweet but awesome generation.
What is your favorite NPC?
Loshna,
Lushna. Is that how you say it? Lushna?
yeah, Loshna,
I know exactly who you're talking
our
about too.
alchemic singer boy,
Yes.
our mountain keeper.
It's
A lot of
Mountain
people just call
Keeper.
him Lewis, I believe,
Lewis? Wait, really? People call him
because they
Lewis?
just use the like the first chunk of his names and people see
It.
Lewis in that. I don't know how,
Oh.
but.
I don't know.
Loshna is his name, and I absolutely adore him.
I'm trying to think of like how when I see it in my head how it's spelt and like how I would pronounce it, and it would probably be like Louis Snuck or something. It's so weird, but it makes a lot of sense how you pronounce it because that also kind of just fits. I don't know, but
Again, Gaelic, yay!
yay!
Same with the Kalia.
Kalia?
Yeah.
Which one's that? Like an NPC named Kalia?
The boss.
The bot? Wait, is that what? Oh my gosh! All right, well,
I
don't know
Queen of
anything.
Winter, Fairy Hag lady.
Yes. No, I know what you're talking about now. Don't worry. Don't worry. What is actually your favorite combat content to do? Is it clan? Question mark?
That's a very good question, because Glenn is very much a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Same with Crom. Like, I love both of them. Just there's a level of annoyance that comes with them because they go so crazy with the crowd control, but game
That's
mechanic-wise, I really do enjoy them. Lore-wise, they're both very great. But yeah, I like them both. I like them both.
That's good. It's great that, or it's great to know that more recently when I've been doing these interviews, people have been enjoying the newer dungeons because at least it means that they're doing something right. People are enjoying having to do dungeons in a different way than what they're used to from, way back in the day, because I think it's become very simple the way that they used to do it, or basic. Which they're still good, but it's cool to have like a little different
Part of it's
thing.
the challenge of it.
Yeah.
Older dungeons, the classic dungeons, you can easily kind of steamroll them now with all these skills and abilities. So now having new content that now challenges those new abilities and makes people have to work for it, that's where a lot of people enjoy it, because people like a challenge. And that's what I enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. What type of content would you like to see more of in the game?
Ooh, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
I want to see more Chronicle dungeons.
Oh, interesting. That's a very
Because
interesting answer.
The first one, the only one at the moment, because I believe there is a new one coming out in Korea soon. So, yes.
Oh, I hope so. That's cool.
It was something mentioned about Chronicle Dungeons in the roadmap from the year Summerfest, so it's like, hopefully. But when the first one came out, the only one that came out, it was, hey, we're going to take a look at the events of the first battle, Mag Turin, through the perspective of just random NPCs that were there, random soldier. That's what we were. We were just random soldier A.
Right.
And it was in the format of course, a play, and it may not be truly accurate to what happens, a depiction of those events. But we get to see Nawada, we gotta see Sarang. I would love to see more Chronicle Dungeons of other events throughout the game's history, even those we haven't seen. Such as a full, proper one for the second battle, Mag Turin, because so much happens, and it's very confusing, like, what all really happened there. But also there was like the battles with the Partholons long ago, against the Fomorians. We saw bits of that with Shakespeare, but another one that I really want to see is a proper Battle of Belfast, when Admiral Owen basically took Belfast from the pirates. I think that would be a very interesting storyline to see properly told and play out in front of our eyes, instead of all the little nuggets and pieces. I think the most we got to see of it was during the Apocalypse chapter, with a few of the NPCs being survivors of it. So we got to see snippets of it there, but seeing a full view of it, or a better view of it, through the format of a Chronicle Dungeon would be super fun. As well as maybe something with like the elves and giants over in Iria, some of their conflicts and battles over there, because we always hear there was a great war over there, but we saw none of that.
That is true. I wonder if they're scared to do something like that. It just makes me wonder sometimes. But I'm also not somebody who usually gets into the lore of Mabby. I should, though, honestly. Sounds really interesting.
It's a really fun story.
What is an arcana that you would love to see brought into the game at some point? Like, what combination of things?
I look forward to seeing the Puppet Mancer one.
Puppet Mancer. Ooh.
Puppet Mancer is a combination of puppetry and transmutation.
Oh, I think I've heard everybody talking about that. Is that something that's been like a rumor
That
or
is
something?
it is, and I think I might have started that because I put together this huge Google Doc talking about possible future arcanas and the
Oh, did you
probabilities
really?
of them.
Oh my
And that was at
gosh.
like the top of the list because like going through like things that haven't been used like without double downing into like mage 20
Right.
times and
Right, right,
stuff.
right.
Puppet Mancer made sense because it's the other form of alchemy as well as it's the puppetry one. It's like, okay, this makes sense, kind of doubling down on having summons. So that was at the top of the list, along with I think it was monk or brawler for fighter. And people are
Oh,
like, oh, it's definitely one of those ones. And it's like, yeah,
yeah.
high probability, but obviously things can go differently. We might have something completely different.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I look, puppetry definitely needs a lot of love. It's definitely been one of those talents, along with gunner and fighter, that kind of fell out really easily. Like people
Mm-hmm.
still use them, but they don't get seen or they aren't don't have as much use in current content
I
as they used
wanna
to.
add ninja in there. Just say, just say ninja also, please.
Yeah, ninja too. Ninja likely does have some perks
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
they like. It has a lot of debuffs
Yeah,
and
the debuffs
utility
and stuff.
skills that people can still use, but it definitely damage wise, it needs love.
Yeah.
So yeah, all four of those really do need loves, and puppetry, of course, was one of the very first
Yes,
ones that came
puppetry,
out.
100%.
And I
100%
think it'd
needs
be
love.
really cool if they revamp like the whole like summon system, so like the marionettes themselves, and have them
Yeah.
be far more sophisticated. But um, that's my hope.
Yeah. No, see, that's fair. And I think that's a really good take on like a future arcana that you'd like to see, because it makes a lot of sense as well, you know. Um but yeah, good answer. Good answer. So, I am actually going to go into the last question. So what advice would you like to give people, whether it be in real advice or in game advice or both?
My advice would be to take your time and enjoy the adventure.
Aw.
So many people rush through life and Mabby like I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And it's like take a chance to just slow down and enjoy the view. Look around, talk to people, because you never know what adventures those will unfold and what life lessons or relationships you might develop.
That is true. This game has a lot to it. It's been around for a long time, so there is a lot to explore, right? And a lot to figure out, a lot to enjoy. And yeah, that's really good advice. I like that a lot. But yeah. So, thank you for doing this with me. It was a lot of fun.
It was. I'm so excited about this.
All right. I will see everybody another day in Erinn. Goodbye.
Bye.